Textbooks. There was a time when the textbook was the only main resource available for a teacher. It was a standard textbook focused mainly on factual information, and teacher might hand out the book to a student at the beginning of the term and then have it returned at the end. Assignments were given on a nightly basis, reading was done, and discussion about the reading has taken place. Today, textbooks have improved enormously. There's very creative approaches, suggestions in terms of projects, also very interesting strategies in terms of creative thinking exercises. Just really well presented, and so the teacher has great opportunity to plug that into their course. I've noticed that textbooks have their own strengths and weaknesses, and depending on your budget, you might want to have 2 or 3 different sets of books and use parts of them selectively that will enhance what you're doing in the course. That can be costly, and textbooks are not cheap today, so it's a matter of decision in terms of what would be most beneficial for the class. Publishers often send representatives to schools who leave a copy of a new textbook, and teachers can peruse it and talk about possibilities of using it in their courses in the future. Publishers also have publishing brochures which they send, and you could keep those on file, and from time to time maybe pass them around and think about what you might want to do with them. Using a textbook as far as the students are concerned becomes a problem, because some students like to highlight, and then if they highlight certain things, the student next time has to deal with those highlights. So basically you probably have to say you can't mark those books up that way. So that's a negative in some ways. Also, the treatment of books, sometimes they get damaged, and then you have to have students pay for them and replace them, and that becomes an issue sometimes as well. Students sometimes write on the covers of books and deface them, and so it's a challenge. And sometimes then just using the textbook as a resource, another resource in your classroom, rather than the main resource in today's teaching, might be the most beneficial in terms of social sciences, at least. So I think that textbooks have a place. You arrive at a school as a new teacher, and you have to take what you were given, and over time you might be able to contribute to selection in the future. My favorite textbook title, it was a grade 11 history textbook that was used for years in the classroom, and it was called The Enduring Past, Revised Edition. Somehow or other that always struck me as rather humorous, but anyways, look at the books available, be wise in your selection, and make the most of them in your classroom as a resource. Next time we're looking at the topic evaluation and assessment.